What is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video I just wanted to show you a really quick technique that Eevee uses in her track called Viola. Now this is a really famous lo-fi hip hop beat. I think it's got over 35 million views on Spotify, so it's one of those really famous ones. And it's a really simple technique, but I quite like it, and it is a way of building up a beat and keeping it interesting for the people that are listening, and it's a way of introducing elements and creating like a nice dynamic like that. So it's almost like telling a story because you're adding more and more parts, and it's keeping the listener interested because they're expecting new things to come in, and that kind of dynamic is quite nice, I think. So I've thrown together this really quick beat, and I've done it in the pattern mode as well. I've got 3 different parts. The first part is the sample that I've chopped up just on its own, so that's playing the loop. And it's only a 2-bar loop just because it was easier for me to do that for the sake of this video. It's just a lot quicker. Then the second pad, I layered the kick and the snare, exactly how Eevee does it in that track. She brings in the kick and the snare first, and then she brings in the hi-hat as the third thing. So pad 2, I layered the kick and the snare, and then I copied that again to 3, and then I layered the hi-hats. Now it's a lot easier if you copy 2 to 3, because you know then that you're going to get exactly the same snare and kick pattern. You don't have to remember what it was when you re-record the drums, and then it's a lot easier anyway, just because then you only have to layer the hi-hat over the top. So I'm just going to run through this performance. You can go mad with the sort of ordering of this, but I'm just going to show you a quick example of what I think would work quite well for a lo-fi hip-hop beat. Again, don't be judging me on this beat, it is literally something that I've just thrown together really quick for this video. So this is what it sounds like with those different parts coming in at different times, mimicking the technique that Eevee uses. So I've managed to build 3 different parts there for a track, and there's only a very easy variation on the drums, just adding that extra hi-hat over the top so that it brings everything together. And like I showed there, you can just arrange those in different ways to keep the listener interested and to keep the beat sounding interesting. Now obviously go away and use your own creativity with this one. In particular, I think on this track which I've done here, you can tell that it definitely needs some low end, so I think a good idea for this beat would have been to add another pad, which is the whole beat, and then bring in the sub as well, and that could be another element that gets introduced whilst the record or the track is bumping along. So I think it's a really simple technique, but it's really effective. If you've never thought of that before, if you're someone that usually brings in the drums all at the same time every time, then maybe this is something to think of. I'll be doing more videos like this in the near future. I think I quite like the idea of listening to the little things that people do in tracks and showing you guys so you can introduce them to yours as well. It's always good to try and make lo-fi beats more interesting because it's very easy for them to get repetitive. Pattern-based music does tend to get repetitive quite easily, so give this a try if you haven't tried it before. I think it's a really simple and effective technique, and yeah, thanks to Eevee for this one. Check out the track if you wanted to. It's Eevee Viola, and yeah, like I mentioned, it's a very famous lo-fi track, that one. I'm sure you'll recognise it as soon as you hear it. And that's it for this one, guys. I know it's only a short video, but I thought this was a cool little technique, and I'll be back with more content very soon. If you want to support what I do here, don't forget to check out spviz.com. I've got loads of drum packs on there which you can use for your projects. And I've got a Teespring store as well where you can buy t-shirts and a mug that I've got on there as well randomly. All the links to that is in the description below, and it really does keep me going at the moment. So that would be very much appreciated. So keep making beats, guys, and I will be back with more content very soon. Peace!